I'm not doing that right now. Hi, guys.
Hey, everybody.
Hi. Sorry we're having such difficulties this morning. Valerie is having problems with her computer. So hopefully I got on YouTube and they did something different with the menu. So I was like, I don't even know if I could do this because it said YouTube beta or something, and I had to set it up through that. And yeah, it's different. the Hangouts is, I mean, the Hangouts is the same and everything, but
I put the link in Valerie's chat for her.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome.
Hi, Frankie's Finds and Mario.
Mary. Hi, Frankie again. All right.
Well, the important people find us over here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The important people know where to find us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So hopefully Valerie will be able to get restarted back on her computer, and maybe she'll do a clean or something and it'll help.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sounds pretty serious.
My sound okay today?
It's a little buzzy. I was, whenever I first came on, I thought that it was fine. And then I had my sound up a little bit, and I actually turned it down slightly, and then like the more you talked, the more it was buzzy.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yep. I don't hear any buzzing now.
I must have blew out my speaker or something. I don't know. I have to turn my speaker down for some
That's
reason.
almost what it sounds like.
No problem, sis. The only thing is I might have to run to the bathroom like multiple times because my bladder's being crazy today.
Oh, I thought you ate.
So
is your sugar up?
No, actually, it was fine when I checked it this morning. So, yeah, I'm tired, but I don't have to work tonight, so I'm good.
Ooh, good.
Woohoo! Yes.
I was going to ask where Todd is, but I know.
Yeah. He's making money.
Yeah.
Where is he? At a hotel?
So last night at the auction, they had this cool Kramer portrait, and I was going to buy it, but I went to the food place because they were on these stupid box rows that were just junk. And well, apparently he did the pictures while I was in the food in the kitchen. I was like, son of a bitch. I came back out. They sold it for $5.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I bet that would have sold that Kramer portrait.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That sucks.
Yeah.
That's why I always sent Chris to get the food or whatever he said to do.
Well, I go in there and chit chat with, he's a friend, she's a friend too, and it's the auctioneer's sister. Yeah, I've known them all my life,
I try not to eat at the auction because I get heartburn every time I do.
Oh, yeah. Well, I like that. You can just even go in there and chit chat, not necessarily eat, but go in there and chit chat. But while I was in there, I had a piece of coconut cream pie, which I don't even really care for, but I had it anyways, and it really wasn't that great. And I was just like, dang it, I missed the Kramer portrait for this. And then I didn't get to do any of the cool furniture there because I had to leave to get Amanda, so I had to leave the auction.
Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I said something earlier and you guys didn't respond to me, so I was like,
What did you say?
Yeah, we just don't feel like
whenever you said that Todd's out making money, they know where Todd's at and he's making money. I said, is he at the estate sale? And neither one of you answered me, and I was like,
oh, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
I better not be having problems.
Maybe we talked at the same time or something.
Maybe. I know it's crazy sometimes.
Yeah, he's at the sale.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sally. We just didn't feel like answering you.
Yeah. Just ignore me. That's all right.
He's at the sale that he said he makes a lot of money off the stuff that he
Yeah.
buys from that sale.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That's good. He's off going. He's getting all the stuff so he can make tons of money.
Mhm. Yeah, I haven't sold anything. Well, I noticed I had a sale going on eBay, and I think I clicked the button that says something like it's not going to change my price if there's a change in price or whatever. It won't change the price because it's on sale. And I was trying to change up my prices yesterday on stuff I had watchers on. And I noticed this morning that they were back to the original price. And so I'm like, oh, that must have not did anything whenever I messed with all my prices yesterday. And hey there, Swamp. And so I was like, well, that's crappy. Then I didn't get any sales. So I'm hoping that today's gonna be better. See, that's why we need you in here, Valerie.
Yeah.
I haven't had sales in the last 2 days.
You haven't?
Uh-uh.
You know, I was thinking, remember how I was saying it was so slow on the weekend and stuff? I'm wondering if it was because they were screwing around doing this good till cancel thing.
Probably. Well, it's been, 3 days since I had a sale, I think. 3 days. Been a while.
Do you have your wrist bandaged, Nikki?
Huh?
Do you have your wrist bandaged?
Yeah, I put this, my hand is sore today on my wrist.
Oh.
Arthritis. And usually compression seems to help it. So I thought, my gloves weren't really doing it. So I thought, well, I'd put this ace bandage around it kind of to see if it would help.
Yeah.
For
a little while. Better with that?
So far, I don't know. Yeah, maybe a little bit. It still hurts, but I think it hurts less. So
yeah,
I'm for my prednisone to kick in. So and as soon as my prednisone kicks in, I'll take it off. I think I'm just going to take it off anyways. It's a little annoying.
How often do you take prednisone?
Every day.
Every day, but it doesn't last. Like, shouldn't it be in your system?
Yeah, but it doesn't. It doesn't help. Well, it helps, but like I take it in the morning, and yeah, it's usually wore off by the next morning.
You should really try. I wonder if CBD oil would be really good for you, because there's a lot of people that try doing that for inflammation.
Well, this lady that works with my husband, she sells CBD oil, and she made me up this little concoction to rub on my hands, and yeah, it's not doing any good. So,
yeah, but I'm wondering if you take it internally, if it'll help.
Yeah, I don't know. I got approved for that Humira, and it's like $5,000, but my insurance will cover some of it. And knock it down to a couple $100. And then I was talking to the pharmacy guy that called me because it has to come out of like Iowa or Illinois or something. Anyways, and then they'll mail it to me.
It's not Humira. Is it Humira?
Yeah, Humira.
Oh, I was thinking something else.
You're thinking Humana, the
insurance. Oh, yep.
Anyways, they said that the pharmacy guy that I was talking to, he said which I have to call that pharmacy today because he never called me back. He said that they have a savings program that might be able to knock it down to like $5 or $10. So I was like, sweet.
That
You know,
Hey
they
there,
have
muscle
all
car.
these damn savings programs and stuff. Why don't they just give you the shit for that price?
right.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
Why does it have
Yeah,
to be
it's
so
the
goddamn
runaround
expensive?
game.
Because they want to get the most money they can out of the insurance company.
Yeah,
You know,
Mhm.
I mean, that's where they get most of their money from.
yeah.
So,
It's the runaround game. Yeah.
So I have to start giving myself injections.
ooh. Well, if it
And
helps, you know, that's what you got to do.
what medicine is that?
Humira.
That's what Humira is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I could have went in once every couple months for an infusion like my dad does, but
Mhm.
I just said I just do it at home.
Yeah.
We'll try this first. And if it doesn't work, then I'll go to the Remicade infusions like my dad does.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to start giving myself injections or anything, but I did.
Well, you only take it like once every couple weeks or something.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah, so I mean if I really have an issue with it, I can have Gary do it.
Yeah.
Because I've given people injections and I don't mind needles. I mean, if they take IV or blood or anything like that, no problem. I don't have any problems with that. But it's somebody else doing it. I don't know if I can do it to myself.
Yeah. Closet clear out is extended through tonight.
Hi, Debbie.
Hello.
Hi again, Deb.
Good morning.
You
Okay,
say so.
The dogs and cats are fed.
That's good. My dogs and cats are fed too.
My cat's fed. She doesn't let me forget.
I don't even have a cat.
You know, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, wait a minute.
I don't know what Sally has. She has like a zoo over there.
I have 3 dogs. That's it.
And Brandon.
And Brandon. Yeah, he is part of the zoo. That's for sure.
Yeah, Brandon's one of those hairless dogs.
Hairless cat.
He shaved his head the other day.
I saw that.
And usually he does really good, you know. But I was looking. I went in there and I sat on the edge of the bed and he's playing his game, so he's got his back to me. And I looked at the back of his head and it looked like he had a stripe going down the back of his head. And I said, honey, I think you missed a strip. It looks like you're trying to grow like a mini mohawk.
Chris did that once, but the strip was going the other way. It wasn't going up and down. It was going sideways.
No.
And I said, hey, you missed a spot. There was like a big black, because his hair was black. He goes, no, I didn't. I never missed. I felt it. So I took a picture and showed him.
Oh, well, his is only about that long because it, you know, it's the very back of his head because he has no hair up here.
Yeah, walk around like that.
Well, Gary,
it's been about 3 days since Brandon did his.
Gary does his, and then he has me look at it, and then I clip it the rest of the way.
Usually, that's what Brandon does too, but he didn't ask me to look at it.
But he doesn't shave his head completely bald.
Right.
He's like an
Brandon does.
Chris does. Well, because he's kind of bald to begin with, so it, you know.
Wow, Nitty Gritty Picker says, went to the doctor a few weeks ago. They charged me $230 for a checkup visit.
Yeah.
I asked them why so much, and they said they charge to the max on insurance, but if it was self-pay, I'd only pay $79 for the visit.
Yeah.
He said it was cheaper for me to pay out of pocket than to have them run my insurance. That's awful.
That's how
Well,
my
that's the thing. Okay, if they want the insurance to pay so much, fine. So why are they billing us for the extra? You know what I mean? The stuff that insurance doesn't pay. Because if they, this just ticks me off so bad. Now you guys got me set off.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
because they did this to me once before. They didn't know I had insurance for some reason. I don't know why, but anyways, I got this bill and it said uninsured discount, and I'm like, why in the hell did they give me an uninsured discount? And yeah, it probably would have been cheaper just to pay the uninsured discount than to run it through my insurance. So if they're running all this money through the insurance, why are they giving us such big bills for the leftover?
Mm,
If
completely.
Because if I was uninsured, I wouldn't have to pay all that money.
Yep.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, Brandon went and seen the eye doctor that diagnosed him with that stuff.
Glaucoma.
Yeah, glaucoma. And he said, here's the bill, and he ran it through my insurance, but we have state insurance also because I don't make enough money. So he ran it through my insurance through work, and because I have vision, dental, and I have like, the other stuff, like if I the disabilities and stuff. So I always make sure to get those because you never know what's going to happen, so he ran it through with this doctor. You have to run it through my vision insurance through work because they don't take the state insurance. And so he says, okay, here's the bill. And he says, I don't know why why it says smoking consultation on there. He says they didn't even talk to me about smoking or anything, but they gave me a brochure. But they charge the insurance like $35 for a smoking consultation.
Wow.
For a brochure.
Insurance fraud right there.
Now see,
Just for that brochure.
this Health EZ that we have, Health EZ, they and this is through Gary's insurance. This is Gary's insurance through his work. And if you go to the doctor and they like say, oh well, you need this test, and this test, which are classic for doing, and you really don't need it, they will go to bat for you and say, hey, why was this order? I mean, they'll say, they'll pay for it. They're not arguing that if you need something, they're not making it so that you can't get it.
Right.
But they'll but afterwards they go back to the clinic and say, why was this test needed? And if they don't have a good enough reason, then they fight with them about not paying for it. And I mean, there's been lots of times where we've seen things on our bill that didn't make sense, and we called Health EZ and said, hey, this has been on the bill and we never had this service. Because I like to do that because they're screwing the insurance, and that's what's making the insurances screw us on how much we have to pay for insurance.
Yeah, this is
so
true.
I try to keep an eye on that so that the insurance can go and say, hey, what the hell, But this is a really good insurance. I mean, like Gary's doctor, his asthma doctor, he's like, he was giving him the same 2 different steroid drugs that were doing the same exact thing. There was no reason why he needed to take both of them. And we were paying for, these were $400 inhalers. Okay.
Man.
And, or between $400 and $800, or between $400 and $500. Anyways, it was the pharmacist who said, hey, why does your doctor have him on these two inhalers? It doesn't make any sense. They do the same exact thing. There's no reason for him to be on both.
Wow.
And he goes, I think you should just get the one because he obviously needs it. But I would wait on the other one and call the doctor. He said, it doesn't matter which one you take, they're both the same. So you can just kind of pick which one you want. He says, I got this one done. So anyways, so Gary called the doctor and he's like, well, I had you on those for a reason, blah, 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 whatever. Well, then Gary called this Health EZ where they have specialists, special doctors and stuff like that. And they talked to the doctor, the asthma doctor, and he's like, your pharmacist is correct. There is no reason for him to be on both these inhalers. So the doctor was screwing up, putting him on both these inhalers. And I mean, it was just not needed.
Right.
And even later on, you know, somebody might say, well, it's a doctor for your insurance. They're working for your insurance. Well, the last time he was in the ER, he was telling the ER doc about it, which the ER doc is actually pretty familiar with asthma and stuff because his sister is an asthmatic and he's always treating her. So he's up on everything. And he said that, he said that doesn't make any sense why he would have it. And this was in the same clinic, the same hospital system. So, you know, he was like going against the doctor that he worked with, which is a no-no, you know. So, and he's like, that there's no reason for him to be on both them inhalers, you know. And so that's why we're going down to the Twin Cities in April because.
Well, yeah, I would be trusting that doctor anyway.
Yeah. They're not helping Gary up here, so it's like time to go.
I'll be right back.
No, because there's something, they got to get that under control. You know, you can't keep suffering like that.
But anyways, the doctor, the asthma doctor that he sees up here, well, Gary told him, he said, well, if you can't help me up here, can you at least refer me to somebody that can, like in the Twin Cities or Mayo Clinic, right? I mean, we have the Mayo Clinic 5 hours from us. Why shouldn't we utilize it? Well, anyways, he goes, no, you don't need to go down there. He says, we're going to get this taken care of, blah, blah, blah. Well, now this has been months and months and months and months. And this ain't like, you know, he's got a hemorrhoid or something. This is his freaking breathing. This is life or death, you know. Quit screwing around and send us to another clinic. Well, anyways, so we thought we would have to be referred because that's usually how insurance works. Well, Gary called this Health EZ and she goes, oh, no, we'll get you set up right away with the doctor down in the Twin Cities. She says, the Twin Cities is just as good as Mayo at the university. But if you would rather go to Mayo, you can. She says, but you really don't need to go that much further because the cities is 2.5 hours from us. I'm talking the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota. And that's 2.5 hours from us where Mayo is like 5.5 hours. So, I mean, it's half the trip, you know, and they said, Health EZ said that you'll get just as good a treatment at the university as you will Mayo. So we're like, all right, well, whatever, you know. So yeah, that's why we're going down there because I mean, this doctor's just, and you know, if you're up here and you say, well, I don't like this doctor, I want to go to somebody else, they won't let you go see somebody else. They won't let you fire your doctor and go see somebody else. It's a conflict of interest or something.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. That's just nuts. Well, anyways, he's going down to Twin Cities. We'll get it taken care of now. Screw these assholes up here in Duluth. I mean, I love Duluth, but sometimes the doctor, and there are good doctors up here, but sometimes, sometimes you wonder if where they get their medical license. I mean, like my doctor, my rheumatologist, he's right from Mayo Clinic. He's a good doctor, but I said, why'd you leave the Mayo Clinic? He said, it's just more beautiful up here, he said. So my wife loves it up here. I would imagine he got paid more for Mayo Clinic than he does up here in Duluth.
Okay, back.
I'd always hoped that Mayo Clinic would move farther north and buy out buy out our hospital up here, you know. So they never did. Essentia took it over. So it seems like it's gone downhill since. Welcome back, Sally.
Thanks.
What'd you do? Pee?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Did everything come out okay?
It's like when I'm sitting down, my bladder fills up faster or something. I don't know what it is.
You're not busy enough to hit and you think about it. I
You
know
should
what.
have them checked.
Huh?
You should have them checked. My mother-in-law's bladder was like I don't want to say tilted. I don't know what the word is, but anyways, and my sister-in-law had recently had the same problem where she was like literally, it was so screwed up. And they went in there and they checked her and they did something like moved it around or something anyways. And now she don't have any more problems. She doesn't fear cramps anymore or nothing.
Well, you may need a bladder lift. I know sometimes for your bladder.
Yeah, it's something that they did. I don't remember what it's called, but
I have
talk to the doctor about it.
I've been drinking a lot of water though.
Oh, well, that's
Like
perfect.
I think I went through a liter of this water last night, and then I drank that much out of it already this morning. So, and plus I had coffee, so that's a lot of it.
Right.
Oh. Well, if it's not a continued problem, then that's probably it then.
I just drink a lot. Hey there, Mr. Sadie. And Anissa.
Sadie.
And Philip.
Now what do you want? Okay. Get down. There you go.
Yeah, it sucks that Valerie couldn't be on here today.
Yeah.
Not
I
that
think
we
you did it on purpose.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right.
Texas Valerie says we canceled it and picked up a healthcare ministries program. Now we pay $385 a month for that, and everything that is over $300 cash, pay at the doctor or hospital. The healthcare ministries covers it 100%.
Nice.
Insurance is a ripoff. Makes me so mad. Yeah, I mean, and that's why, like, there's a lot of places that don't take the state insurance, and so that's why, like, on the dental and vision, I got it from my work, because there's a lot more people that take that than they do the other, and there's some things that, you know, one will pay for that the other won't. But
A friend of mine is on that ministry's insurance. She literally likes it.
yeah, I know, Anessa. A lot of people, you know, have, you know, problems with, you know, people that get state insurance. I do, but like if I didn't have that state insurance, I would be screwed.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's nothing wrong with it, Sally. You work hard. It's not like sitting around absorbing.
You're paying into the system.
Exactly.
Yeah, if I didn't have my insurance that I do, I would be so screwed and I wouldn't be able to work.
Well, that's what that stuff is there for.
I know.
It's not for the people that sit on their ass and collect a check all the time and don't even try to get a job or nothing like that. And, you know, it's for that. And it's good that it's actually working for somebody.
And actually, they changed the laws in Michigan to where if you're going to be on health insurance or food benefits,
Mm-hmm.
that you have to work at least 80 hours a month.
Good.
And I'm like, oh, this is the best thing they've done, you know?
Yeah.
But
I'm so tired of hearing these people that can't work because of disabilities and stuff, but nobody wants to help them out and give them anything.
Right.
But then people like my nephew's ex-girlfriend, who is a crack whore, can just sit there and collect aid, and she doesn't even freaking raise her kids.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody
Yeah.
else is raising her kids, you know.
yeah,
And there's nothing wrong with her. There's no reason why she can't go work. She's just a crack whore, is all she is.
right.
Heroin or whatever the hell she's on, meth or whatever.
And there's a lot of people like that, you know, they either claim to have their kids living with them just so they can get benefits.
Yeah.
Or, you know, meanwhile, grandma and grandpa's raising them. Or, you know, they, you know, suck off the system as much as they can and,
Yeah.
you know, do
Sell
whatever
their
they
food
have
stamps.
to do that.
Sell their food stamps. And,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's up here. You can't, if you're on state aid, it's really, really hard for you to find a dentist. A lot of the dentists up here won't take it.
Right. Which I don't really understand.
Because they don't get as much.
Well,
yeah, when a dentist takes, they explained it to me one time, because when I used to raise my niece, I used to get state aid for her because she wasn't my kid, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a foster situation. And I tried to go to my dentist, and my dentist didn't take it. And I was like, why don't you take it? And they said that's because they only get about half. I think it was half. I don't remember the percentage, but I thought it was half of what they get from regular insurance.
Wow.
State aid don't pay them as much for their services. So that's why a lot of dentists up here won't take it. There's very few dentists up here that'll take it. And so that's why you can't get them in to see anybody. It takes probably a year to get in to see the dentist, because only a couple dentists take it.
wow.
It's terrible to try to get in to see the dentist if you have state aid up here.
Yeah, and they don't do like they won't cover anything like preventative.
No.
It's only like basically emergency.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense. I don't understand that insurances that won't take care of preventative. Why wouldn't you pay for preventative so that you don't have to pay for the main problem? You know what I mean? Let's let everything fester and everything, and make it so that you have to pay out more. Make the bill bigger, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Dumb.
Anissa says she's still waiting for her free shit.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh.
Well, that was years ago. I mean, a lot, like 20 some years ago, probably. Yeah, Brandy was like in first grade, and she's 25 now. Gary lost his job. He had a really good job, and I wasn't working at the time, and well, I wasn't working full time. I was working part time, and he lost his job. The company had closed. And, you know, I cut every corner I could or whatever. Well, anyways, eventually I just had to go down to the welfare office and say, hey, I need some help here for a few months until we get back on our feet, right?
Yeah.
So I went down there, and they told me that because of where I lived in an area called Pike Lake, and it's where kind of the richer kind of people live. Well, I was renting a place for $500 a month, and it had 10 acres. And they told me the lady at the welfare office told me that they would not help me with cash unless I moved.
Wow.
Because I could find a cheaper place to live somewhere else. Now, my friend who was a lifelong welfare recipient, lived in the West End neighborhood of Duluth, which is kind of a crappy neighborhood, crime-ridden neighborhood. And she lived in an upstairs apartment, and she paid the same amount for rent as I did. And her apartment was really small, and she lived upstairs in a shitty neighborhood. I had a trailer house on 10 acres of land, and I paid the same amount of money, and they wouldn't help me with cash assistance. They would only help me with food stamps, which was fine. I mean, I just needed some help, you know. And man, we never ate so good as when we had food stamps.
Right?
Holy shit. Because I would go there and shop the way I always shop, couponing and, you know, hot dish and hot dogs and, you know, the way I always shop. And I'd have to go back through because I had so much money left over.
Oh my God. Isn't that sad though?
I know. But then when we went to get off of it, Gary found a job like shortly after. We were only on it for, I think, maybe 2 months, if that. Yeah, it was 2 months. Anyways, Gary found another job, and we stayed on it for the next month just because, you know, to get back on our feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I was on it for 2 months total. And I called them and said, okay, I don't need assistance anymore because Gary got back to work and whatever, we're doing better. And they're like, well, are you sure you don't want to stay on it until you get back on your feet? I said, well, no, we stayed on it, and he started his work, and now he's starting to get his paychecks regularly. We're fine. And they're like, but you should probably stay on it for another X amount of months, whatever they said, and blah, blah. It's like, why are you arguing with me?
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, they do.
It's like
we had to get on it when my kids were young. Same scenario.
Yeah.
Our dad lost his job, and you know, he was looking for a job. I was only working part-time.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time they approved us, he had found a job, you know, because he found it really quick. And so I called her and I said, you know, we don't need it anymore. And she goes, what?
Yeah.
She goes, I can tell you, I've never had anybody call me and tell me that.
Yeah.
She goes, are you sure? Are you sure? I said, no, we're fine now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was surprised.
And that's what I told him. I said, this is what the system is made for people who need temporary assistance until they can get back on their feet, because, I mean, this company had completely closed up at the last minute.
Yeah, that's what
he had no warning at all.
Yeah.
And they went bankrupt and went under that fast.
It's exactly
and it's like, this is what the system was made for, was for people to get some temporary help when they need it. Not for people to live on constant. I mean, unless you, don't get me wrong, unless you have some kind of disability or something like that that's preventing you from working. I understand that. I'm not saying anything against anybody who absolutely does need it.
Right.
But these people that can work, I mean, I think they should implement a program like Sally said, that they have to work put so many community service hours or something in there.
Yeah.
You know,
something.
Have them fill in some of these places where, I mean, you could have them answering phones at a state office or something like that. There's plenty of little piddly jobs that people could do that don't have education,
right,
to make up for the money that they're getting. And then it would save the state some money. They wouldn't have to pay somebody else. I mean, granted, yeah, I mean, it sucks that we'd be taking somebody else's job away, but yeah, I mean, at least then I wouldn't feel so bad about people being on welfare forever if they had. Well, they wouldn't be on welfare forever if they had to work for it.
No, because they,
yeah, right.
They would get a real job.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a friend that does that. It drives me nuts. She's like she's on Social Security disability because she says her back's bad, but yeah, she can go out dancing and partying every weekend.
Exactly.
And it's like, are you kidding?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this topic got a little controversial. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, everybody. On Sally's channel.
You get me on this rant, boy, and I just don't quit.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that started off rough.
Just get me going, boy. Just don't even get me started on the welfare system.
And don't talk about Smart Post.
Yeah, don't talk about that either. Son of a bitch.
Smart Post.
I thought you said Starbucks.
Oh,
I can't whisper anymore. She just doesn't listen to me.
no.
I do try. I try, but I don't hear.
Nice, Bridget.
That-
Make fun of her
that's one thing
disability.
That's one thing that like I thought about for myself. I thought maybe I should try to get some kind of disability or something for my hearing because what just in case, like sometimes at work they get pissed off at me because I don't hear. Sometimes customers get pissed off because I can't hear. I read a lot of lip, but if you talk like you got 5 dicks in your mouth, then I'm not going to be able to either read your lips or understand what you're saying. So,
That'd be an awful lot of dicks.
yeah.
You have to have a pretty big mouth for 5 dicks.
Yeah.
So,
Definitely.
but I thought about what would happen if somebody complained about me, that was maybe a mayor or something, or a state official or something, or somebody high up on the chain that maybe knows the somebody high up on the chain of where I work. What if somebody about that, like that complained about me?
I think your manager would tell me to go screw because
I'm just
you're the only
thinking.
person she could depend on.
I'm just thinking. What if I lost my job?
Yeah.
Because of not being able to hear.
Right.
I mean, it could happen.
Mhm.
I think it could happen, and I would sue the shit out of them.
Oh yeah, they won't do that because that's a disability. They can't. They
Yep.
can't get rid of you for it. I hope they do. I hope they do fire you for your disability.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like I felt at one point I felt like a lot of people hated me because I could not hear. And it gets worse at certain times, like when the weather is gonna change. I get so many sinus problems, and my hearing is the first to go with that. Also, just so much fluid like gets behind my eardrums,
Mhm.
and it's just it's never good. Usually, my eardrums end up bursting. My eardrums have burst so many times I can't even count. And I have scar tissue over them. And that's why I have such bad hearing. But I just felt like at one point I felt like a lot of people disliked me because I couldn't hear. And there's a few of those people that are gone now. So I haven't really felt like that, and all the time I get better at reading lips, so I just keep doing that. And usually if somebody is asking for like cigarettes or something, I repeat it back to them before I go to get it. And some people are annoyed by that.
It's just fine. Sure.
Did Maggie come back? She come back from breakfast?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't
Hey.
know. I haven't seen her.
Hey,
Mm.
Hmm?
Are you talking to us, Nikki?
oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was on mute.
Oh, no.
My husband wants a bacon cheeseburger from the Anchor Bar.
Oh, jeez. Boy, he doesn't ask
No.
much, does he?
He can't have a
Oh,
bacon cheeseburger. It's Lent.
It's Friday. No meat for you, Catholic boy.
The working men can eat meat, but the working females can't.
Oh. Is that what
Oh,
he said that to you?
No, Amanda was saying that.
Oh.
There's some, you're supposed to not eat meat on Friday during Lent, but they make exceptions for people who are ill.
Yeah.
Or working men. Working men are supposed to be able to eat meat. Most don't, but they're supposed to be able to if they want to. But working women, nope.
Bridget was about to have a throwdown.
Aye. Oh.
I thought Gary said that too. I was gonna say,
Oh.
I know.
I know. Well, that was like, I've been, they've told me that I'm pre-diabetic,
Yeah.
And one time I ate meat and my daughter goes, "Oh my God, you ate meat. It's Friday of Lent." And I was like, "I'm pre-diabetic, so I'm ill." Or no, I didn't say I'm pre-diabetic. I said, "I'm sickly. I can do it." She goes, "You're pre-diabetic." I said, "It's a thing."
Liz says or keto.
Huh?
Or keto.
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 What about it?
Like,
No.
Oh, if you're on keto?
Yeah.
I think that's gonna.
So you have a reason to miss Lent.
Yeah, I don't know if the priest will allow that one.
I'm on the keto priest. I can't do Lent.
Yeah.
That was last year during Lent. One of Gary's aunts died, and his great aunt, and she was just a sweetheart. I just loved her. Well, anyways, we went to her funeral, and the one priest that's there, Father Ricci, he's just hilarious. Anyways, he goes, "Yes, it's Friday during Lent, but there's so many meatballs down there. I don't know how many cows had to die for all those meatballs." He said, "So I'm giving you guys a reprieve just in these four walls. Once you walk outside of this church, you can no longer eat meat, but I'm giving you a reprieve just so that all those cows that died didn't spare their lives for nothing.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
So while you're in this church, you can go ahead and eat meat."
Sounds like something Chris's brother would say.
It was hilarious. He's like, I don't know how many cows had to lose their lives for all those meatballs."
I like Father Bingo.
It was funny. He did my mother-in-law's, and my mother-in-law loved bingo. Well, anyways, all of a sudden he starts the talk. B2, N45. And we're just like, what the hell is he saying? I mean, he doesn't say a word. He comes out and he just starts reading off bingo numbers. We're like, what the hell? And then he started talking about how much you like bingo and stuff, like, makes sense. It was just funny. Everybody was looking at him like, have you lost your mind? Yeah, he's hilarious.
What are you doing? What is this?
Anything else you like? Dr. Pepper.
Will you get me some clam chowder?
They have it, yeah.
They will. It's Friday. We just had this discussion. It's Friday during Lent. They'll have the.
You don't know that.
They told me the other day they have it for Lent.
They didn't have it this morning.
Go to a different Quick Trip then.
Liz says her stepdad is a Catholic deacon and tried to be on keto. I was teasing him about Lent. Give it up, Pops.
Yeah. I remember this one time we went to this wedding and it was during Lent on a Friday and they were served ham. And my dad had this big old piece of ham on his plate and my mom goes, Nick, she was Methodist, but she goes, Nick, it's Lent Friday. And so he went and he put his little fingers in his beer and picked up a little beer and he splashed it on the ham. He goes, there, I blessed it. Yeah. I'm sure God will forgive us. I try to pay attention to it because it's, it's a thing, but I'm sure I'm not going to go to hell if I eat some. I mean, like right now I was, or this morning I drank some chicken broth, which you're not even supposed to have like meat flavored gravy or anything,
Wow.
but I'm sure God will forgive. I'm sure they're not going to send me to hell for that.
No, I'm sure there's worse things.
Yeah. There's worse things I've done besides eat meat on Friday.
This is true.
That was last year. Gary ended up eating meat on Good Friday. I was like, of all the Fridays of Lent, you picked the big one.
And as it says, I assure you, what you eat and don't eat won't keep you out of heaven.
No,
I don't feel like that's our God.
No.
That's my belief, anyways.
Yeah.
I believe in a loving, giving God, not a vengeful, hateful God.
No. I think you got to do some pretty bad shit to get down to hell.
It might make you work it off.
Mm-hmm.
You get up there and he says, "Okay, you got 2 assignments, and then we'll clear you for that one."
That'd be luck. That'd be my luck. I have to work in heaven.
Yeah, me too. It'll put me right to work.
Yep, that'd be my luck.
So, yeah, you said fuck this many times, so you gotta,
If they don't have any clam chowder, I just don't want any. Quick Trip started selling clam chowder now.
Oh.
It's
and
Lent.
get lots of crackers. What'd you say?
I said it's Lent. It's got clams in it.
It's not meat.
That's
No,
fish.
you can eat
have fish.
Oh, you can have fish?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fish is meat.
No,
No.
It's not considered meat.
What
If
the
you
hell?
want to get really technical, I think it's red meat. But
Red meat, yeah.
I don't do the meat. I do the fish.
Then you can have chicken too, right?
No.
Chicken is meat.
I'm so confused. So you can't eat meat from a chicken, a lamb, a cow,
Oh, definitely not a lamb.
a pig.
Yeah, no. No meat.
Yeah, no lamb.
It's because that when it's because you're supposed to eat like a poor person during Lent. Lent is all about sacrifice and giving up things. So fish is like an easy accessible thing, so anybody can eat it. Whereas it goes back to like, biblical times, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes back to then. And so like red meat is something that rich people can eat. So that's why red meat was sacred. Well, you can't eat red meat, but you can eat fish because fish is something that's readily available.
Lent is all about humbling yourself.
Yes.
All about what?
Humbling yourself.
Yeah.
Humbling yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they during Lent they want you to eat like you're poor. Essentially, kind of thing.
And they also want you to give up something. So like some people say, well, I won't eat ice cream or I won't do this. It's more, to me, it's more about giving up like maybe a grudge for someone or trying to be a better person.
Mm.
It's like a
Or
self-sacrifice.
forgiving somebody
Yeah,
for something.
forgiving.
There's a guy, I think in Syracuse or Buffalo, I can't remember which. He gave up all food. The only thing he could do is drink beer. So, seriously. So that's all he does during Lent is drink beer.
And I think it's for like 49 days, 40 days or 49 days, something like that. So that's a long time to drink just beer.
And he has lost a lot of weight.
So that's every Friday? Every single Friday?
Yeah, during Lent.
During Lent.
Okay. So when's Lent?
And Ash Wednesday.
When's Lent, though?
It's right now.
I mean, like, when does it start?
Ash Wednesday.
It starts Ash Wednesday and it ends when?
It started March 6th and ends Thursday, April 18th.
Oh.
And it's called the Lenten season.
Yeah. And it goes 40 days. Deb.
So what Frankie Fine says is right. It's no meat from anything with legs.
Yeah.
What if it's born handicapped?
And I don't think in biblical times they got that far into it.
No.
And it's for 40 days and for the thing with Jesus, when he went the desert or whatever for 40 days and for 40 nights and fasted or whatever. That's what it's supposed to be. He went in and sacrificed. That's kind of what you're doing. You're sacrificing for.
Oh, can you eat snake?
No.
No, I would assume that that's meat.
Oh my God, Sally. Sally,
No.
you can eat vegetables and seafood. That's it.
Yeah.
Or like cheese, dairy products you can eat.
Yeah.
Anessa says, to me, Lent is about sacrificing something you enjoy to remind yourself that
Yeah.
Christ sacrificed for us
Yeah.
before he was put into tomb and rose on Easter.
Yep.
It's exactly what it's supposed to be for.
Well, we've hit all the topics: welfare, religion.
Might as well make it a good one, right? I don't want to go there too much because Marcel's gonna have his political show tonight.
Yep.
I'm gonna be there. I watched the one from last week and I was like, I could so comment on this subject, even though I don't watch the news,
Yeah. Is it going to be on his channel or Kathy's channel?
I have no idea.
We should probably advertise for it.
Yeah. I think it's going to be on Marcel's channel because he wasn't able to do one last time because it was like the day he created it or something.
Yeah.
So I think it's on Marcel's.
what is it? MPR Productions? No, MFR.
MFR.
Productions.
Yeah, because it's like motherfucker.
Yeah, MFR.
That's how I remember it.
Yeah, me too.
But it's his initials, ain't it?
I think so.
That ain't what he actually meant. It's his initials.
Nitty Gritty says, I'm Baptist. Lent is foreign to us. We just show up on Sundays, drink beer by ourselves, eat good food, and talk about the Catholics and Methodists not eating the good stuff at Cracker Barrel on Sundays. That's funny.
That's like one time I had this friend, a new friend, or whatever. And he's like, when he found out I was Catholic, he's like, you are so lucky. I was like, why? And it's just a religion, it's just, we all believe in the same stuff, kind of, it's just different religions do different things, I'm like, why am I so lucky? He goes, because you can do whatever you want and then just go tell the priest and you're forgiven. I'm like, that's not how confession works. It doesn't mean us Catholics can just go out and sin all we want. Oh, did it freeze up? Oh. Yeah, a lot of people think that Catholics can just go out and do whatever they want. They just talk to the priest and they pray it away, you know. Like, that's not exactly how it works. I don't really believe in confession myself. I don't believe in confession. There's some things of the Catholic, don't tell my dad this, but there's some things with the Catholic religion I don't always agree on, but out of all the religions, the Catholics are the ones that never changed with the times. And I mean, things are different nowadays than they used to be. And
Sorry, I was talking to my kid. He's like, yeah, it's bright out there. And I said, yeah, I know it's called daytime.
Imagine that.
Because he says he was on the wrong sleep schedule or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, sometimes I go outside and I'm like, is it always this bright out here?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, it's daytime. Sometimes I don't go outside like during the whole day. Like from the time I get home, it's dark. And then whenever I get up and go to work, it's dark. So, but I know that it's light outside, even if I'm at my computer or whatever. But if I don't go outside, it's kind of like I get in that mindset of it always being dark.
Yeah.
And I have plastic on my windows and stuff, so you can't see.
You live in a cave.
Yeah, pretty much. Big long cave.
That's funny.
If you make it to the Cracker Barrel or Golden Corral before the Methodists and the Catholics get there, you're winning. Oh my God. Don't have to worry about the black churches until dinner time. They preach all day.
Yeah.
Wow. I would really like to go to a black church. Actually, I wish we had a black church around here.
That is a fun service to go to.
I've never been.
Oh.
But you know what? Even just TV shows and movies, I wanna experience it.
Just the music it's just so uplifting. It's just
I love singing.
I mean, those people know how to worship. Let me tell you. Oh my goodness sakes, they are just. I mean, you just feel it in there. It's crazy.
Yeah. I love singing, and so that's how I feel like I can give myself or whatever. If I do that, I feel like I almost feel like I'm giving of myself, but it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Vanessa said that would be way too much for me. Hey, you know what? I was raised in Pentecostal, so I know, I mean, our church services were very cool, calm, and collective. But I remember that it was to a point to where it was kind of scary because when my grandma was living, she would sometimes break out in tongue speaking. Yeah.
You're barking at your mom?
My grandma. My dad's mom, or Valerie's dad's mom. Oh, I don't like a calm service. I really don't. I would rather have a very vocal service. But no speaking in tongues. That just makes me feel weird. I feel like I'm, and especially if, hi Valerie, I want you in here. Can you be in here?
Yeah, it's true, Anissa.
Yeah, it's sad that you have to be afraid in your place of worship. Okay, if you say so, Valerie. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just want you can if you're on your phone, Valerie. Come on your phone.
I get excited when we have polka mass. Occasionally they'll have a polka mass. I love that.
A what?
A polka mass. You know, all the music is in polka. I love that.
Oh.
Bug, shut up. No, get in
here. We need some uplifting juju. I don't think I think my finger was hurting yesterday, and so that's why I didn't catch your juju.
Yes, Anissa, I said a polka mass, yes.
She says I'm there in spirit.
Oh, I bet that's nice.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah. That is cool. Good.
Valerie, I seriously think I didn't catch your juju yesterday because my finger was hurting.
Are you done, Log, or what? How long does it take to poop?
See it? It's hurting.
What did you miss yesterday?
Huh? I missed her juju.
Oh, her juju.
Because my finger was hurting. Hi, Cindy. How you doing? What are you doing, Bridget?
I don't know what they're doing, her and Deb. They kind of went away.
Huh? Oh, no, I'm still here.
Oh, good.
My typos make me sound like I'm drunk.
I'm still here.
We don't
It's
think you're
fine.
drunk. Are you done, Leggy?
Texas Valerie.
Oh,
she was in here earlier, and now my sister Valerie's in here. How you doing, Cindy?
Apparently she's doing well. She's drunk. No. Apparently she's doing better than the rest of us.
Yeah. I didn't have to take any extra meds today, so that's a good thing. It was funny because I was putting an order away, and I noticed that we got a new flavor of Sprite in, so I moved out one Sprite and put the new Sprite in its place, and I went up front and I told the boss, I said, hey, just to let you know, I put that new Sprite in, and I moved out one of the Sprite Zeros, and she was like, oh, okay, well, good job. Like, okay. And
come on.
I went up there later on, and I'm like, I was like, you never tell me good job. Why'd you say that? And she says, I don't know. And I said, yeah, you never tell me that. And she's like, I told you it just now. And And I said, well, where's my brownie badge or something like that? And she was laughing at me, and she like bent over and touched her ass.
Yeah.
She's like, right here or whatever. And I'm like, I'm no ass kisser. She's like, oh my God, I hate that too. But everything that happened, like for the rest of the day that I was there, she would say, good job, Sally. Good job. Great job. Like if something went wrong, good job, Sally. Like, shut up, Teresa. I'm actually, I looked up my numbers. I'm actually the second in the region and the third in the district in selling. And I'm first in our store.
Nice. Woohoo!
So I'm like going to get like a $20 reward or something for last week. But I got to hit it hard this week.
There, are you happy?
Yeah, we're happy.
I am. I am. I want to see your beautiful face.
Oh, please.
Don't growl.
Growl like an old bear.
There is no reason why your computer should be acting like that. You've been watching porn?
Yep, that's it. That's the reason right there.
Gotcha.
Red-handed.
Goddamn revert. No, I'm just kidding.
Not a pervert, but a prevert.
You know, that's what that purple hair did to me.
Yep.
It turned you into a damn prevert.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh my gosh.
That's what it starts. That's where it starts. Dyeing your hair.
Putting the ring in your nose. Oh my God! This morning I was walking around the house and I put one of those like clay masks on, and Ringo. It was like blue. It was like a neon blue type.
Oh my God!
And every time I went into the kitchen and came out, Ringo was like looking at me like, what in the hell are you doing? Oh my God. He never barked at me or anything. He knew who I was. He just didn't know what the hell I was doing.
I know. He said that to me before when I was wearing one of those masks. Looks at me like, she's losing her damn mind.
Elvis, we're gonna have to go find us another mama. Mama's lost her mind. Oh my gosh.
That's all right. I had a Billy Bass the other day and I played it for Diesel and he damn near bit it.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
So what are y'all needing?
Some juju.
Juju? I don't know what you're talking about.
You're back.
Yeah, I say juju, and here comes Bridget.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Come to steal all my juju.
My bulk box came.
Oh yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. It's going to be a mystery because nothing was manifested. Well, there were 4 things were manifested. Everything else said general merchandise, unknown.
You know, sometimes that's a good thing, though. I mean, sometimes you can get some.
Yeah. And I paid $65 for it, and it's 43 items. So it's like $1.50.
Yeah. I really don't think you're going to lose any money on that.
No. So.
I mean, I maybe.
Wasn't out there any good afternoon shows worth watching.
I know Dee, the flipping particle, she goes on at noon.
Mm-hmm.
In the afternoon, I really don't
otherwise,
I
no.
really don't know. I was really excited yesterday. My thrifting Wonderluster, she finally came on.
Oh,
I guess she had she's been off since February, and I guess she had something where like there was a bunch of people talking shit about her and just really putting her down, and it kind of sent her into a tailspin, like a depression. And
oh my God.
so I seen her on. I was like, "Oh my God, she's on live!" Yeah, I was so excited.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Not awesome that she's going through that though. That
Right.
sucks.
Why do
Right.
people be such jerks?
I don't know.
But you know what?
And like,
Yeah.
so
There's
she
people
does
like
these.
that.
She does these reseller boxes, like these boxes that she curates for customers. Customers pay for them,
Mhm.
and then she makes them boxes of things that good items that they can sell and make good money on. And so she had people commenting on this one video, and all these people that were putting out ugly comments, and it was mostly about her boxes and stuff like that. I mean, they were just razzing on her.
Yeah.
And but most of those people that made the horrible comments, they ordered boxes from her after that video.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
So she
Why?
canceled. She canceled their orders
Oh.
and sent them a decent message saying, I just don't think we're a good fit, or something to that effect. But I mean, yeah, she could have taken their money and just said, well, oh well. But she was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna,
Well, the reason why they're probably doing that so that they can get her box and they can make a video themselves
probably,
about and downgrade the whole thing.
yeah,
Down her for see if she does anything wrong or
right,
whatever. Valerie's talking about the thrifting Wonderluster.
yeah. She's really, I mean, she's one person that I have learned a whole lot about clothing. What are the good brands to look for? Because she does, she only goes to thrift stores, but she finds, and she's in Nashville, but she finds some really interesting stuff, and very, I mean, she finds sweaters that can sell for used $160 to $200
Wow.
all the time.
Oh my God.
All the time. And she used to live in Indianapolis, and she just recently moved to Nashville.
I gotta pee. Dang
okay.
it.
Okay. We'll hold down the fort here. But I really admire her, and I binge watch after she stopped doing her videos. That's when about the same time that I found her. And so, I was happy to, let her know that she had my support, and that, she has a little 4-year-old daughter who's adopted, and but she suffered some pretty bad stuff. Her daughter died. I think she was 3.5.
Oh wow.
And when she was adopted, the first daughter was adopted. So, she had to deal with that, and I mean, I would say, if you had that many comments and that many people saying, that things were bad, that, that would send anybody into a depression, I would think.
Yeah.
Or at least question, what you're doing or whatever. So.
Well, sometimes when we're on here and we put ourselves out here, we know the deal. you know, we put ourselves out here and we're opening ourselves up for, you know, ridicule and everything else, you know.
Right.
I mean, and people get jealous that people make better sales or whatever, they're doing better or whatever. So people are going to start trying to nitpick everybody, you know.
Right.
Sure. Yep,
And when
that's
you're
true.
on YouTube like this, you kind of got to have a thick skin, you know.
Oh yeah.
You gotta be able to let that stuff roll off your back, you know. Maybe, yeah, oh well, that'll piss you off for a minute or whatever, but you just gotta be able to let it go, you know.
That's
Yeah.
one thing that Dave Gilman told me too, was he's like, we got so much hate for stuff.
Yeah.
And you kind of need to learn who you are before you even start.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be one of two people. You're going to be a person that is their own person, and they do videos the way they want to, and they say what they want to, and they do what they want to.
Yeah.
And not feel bad about it, not have regret about it.
Yeah.
No matter what anybody says.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're going to be this person that gives the audience what they want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but you can't be both all the time.
No.
You know, so if you decide that you're going to be your true self,
Yep.
and if, you know, somebody doesn't like it, then they can go fuck off or whatever. Then, you know, then that's who you're going to be. At first, Dave and Sarah Gilman, they weren't themselves. They tried to please the audience.
Yeah.
Then they got caught up to where they were having a whole lot of followers and a lot of watchers on, you know, on their videos, and they were critiquing everything that they did. They were critiquing. I mean, I seen it myself in videos where they would talk about Sarah's teeth.
Yeah.
You know, you have such bad teeth. Why don't you get your teeth fixed if you make so much money doing this?
Didn't she wear braces?
No, I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Not at that time. Not at that time. You know,
They were just doing
stupid
at this
stuff like
time.
that.
They were just doing
smoking, stuff about, you know, it was everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that. It was everything.
Mm-hmm.
And finally they put out a video saying, hey, look, this is who we are. And if you don't like it, you can fuck off and go watch the next guy.
Yep.
You know?
Well, you have to get to that point because, I mean, you're not going to please everybody, no matter how hard you try.
Oh, no.
And so you just have to be that way. You know, like we kind of, I mean, the new viewers are important, but the people that are here day after day after day that watch everything we do, they watch no matter what I do on my channel, whether it be an IRS scam baiting call, or I go to an auction, or I'm walking my freaking dog. They are always there watching. And those are the people that I cater to, or that I would rather cater to. Because they are there no matter what. I mean, I'm not saying new viewers aren't important, because they become good friends too. But yeah, you just gotta not worry about what the haters say and just move on. I don't get a lot of hate, so I'm not, but I'm not big enough either.
Right.
And that's the thing also, is that, you know, just because, and I'm not saying as a bad thing, but you know, there can be people out there that claim that, you know, they love your show and they love everything about it and they're here every day, and you know, there's people that can turn on you like out of a blink of an eye. You know,
Yeah.
And that can happen, you know, in you know,
We've
day
had
to
it
day
happen.
real life, you know, or it can happen, you know, and it has happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we put trust out there and it's been broken. So, you know, that makes us a little, you know, that thickens our skin a little bit every time that happens. So
Yeah.
we're not, I don't want to say, you know, we have to be cautious,
Mm-hmm.
you know, about the people that come in here. And, you know, so that's just, we've kind of learned our lesson on, you
So the
know,
more that we know, you know, about people, it's the better, because, you know, especially like, okay, just for instance, Anissa, we know, I know more about her than I do the nitty gritty picker.
Yeah.
I know more about her than him. So, you know, like I would, I don't know. I'm not gonna say I would trust her more, but I've talked to her. I know more about her than, you know, than him.
right.
But there's people that you get to know on here that, you know, you just learn about.
You don't
Yeah.
know me. Wow.
I don't think I would have used Anissa as that example. Boy, we really got to watch her. Have you seen some of the things she posts on Facebook? No, just
God,
kidding.
that leg thing was so freaking funny this morning.
Yeah, like Mary too, you know, like,
Yeah.
I mean, we learn more about people, you know, on here
Yeah.
than, you know, if you're, you know, talk more about what's going on in your life, and, you know, you ask us questions, you know, we ask you questions.
Some of you might get more questions asked than others.
Mhm. Yeah,
Or
YouTube
sometimes
is back
some
today.
of us answer questions, but then nobody believes us until somebody else says it.
Shut up.
Well, yeah, that does happen.
Valerie. Oh,
Just saying.
it does.
Nikki
Like, what
doesn't
the
say
hell have I
it,
been
does it?
saying this for the last 2 years? I've been talking to the wall. Bridget comes in, and oh boy, she knows it all.
Jeez. Just most, not all.
I'm just teasing.
No, from now I'm gonna be like, I'll let Nikki say that. I don't want her to feel bad.
Don't make me feel bad.
See? All right. Well, so far I've opened up this box
Mhm.
and I found one thing that I can sell on Amazon for a $20 profit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, there you go.
And how much did you pay for it?
I paid $65. It was $35 and then $30 for shipping. So I paid $65 for everything.
Oh,
43 items in here. So
there you go.
Cool.
Nice.
You know, and that's another thing with this business, like me and Tara have talked about before. I have never seen in any job or anything where people have asked people how much they make.
mm-hmm.
Or it's such an important thing. I mean, when you're in a job and you start talking about what you make, you could end up getting fired for that or getting in trouble for that.
Yep.
I've never
Definitely
seen
reprimanded. That's
a
least.
job where people are so worried about what you make.
Oh, I know.
It's
Yep.
like, you see how I live.
Yep.
You can see my glamorous lifestyle. You can see I'm making money.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
You have the
I
most
mean-
glamorous lifestyle than anybody I know.
But I mean, you know, you can see that I live a normal life. You know, I pay my bills. We can do things.
About normal, but go.
And there's and Nessa wants to know how much you make, Nikki.
Not enough. Oh my gosh. I'm getting ready to change my name to the broadcast picker. But no, we put ourselves out here and people look at us like we're experts. Now, whether we're experts or not, I mean, that might be a kind of a stretch. But we're just people doing this, and people forget that we're just here doing this thing, and we're showing you how we do it.
Yep.
It doesn't necessarily, we didn't go to school for this. There's no blueprint for this that we read or anything like that. So all we can do is just do the best we can and tell people how we did it. And hopefully it works for them. If not, then they'll have to find their own way. And that's another thing, if I do something, like good till canceled works for me, but it doesn't for some other people. So then those people are probably like, she's an idiot, but we just got to do the best we can. Oh, did you go to a different Quick Trip? Yeah, thank you. See that? They didn't have clam chowder at the Quick Trip closest to us, so she went to another Quick Trip to get me clam chowder.
Aw, what a nice
Sweet.
No, they didn't have any. So tell
Spoiled
them to get some.
rotten.
They didn't have any.
I don't have any crackers.
Spoiled rotten.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yeah,
no crackers for me,
they
clam
passed
chowder.
a law to where they can take your refund for like back doctor's bills and stuff this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so a lot of people are fighting with them.
Thank you.
You know,
You can have your apple water back.
they tried to get mine again for. They say they overpaid Brandon in California for unemployment.
Uh-huh.
Now this has been like what 10 years ago,
Right.
and they're still taking it, and so they try to take it out of mine. So he has to file a.
You have to file an injured spouse.
And your spouse, yeah.
He files it in my name, yeah.
Yep.
Injured spouse, yeah. So if it's not my debt, then they
Right.
Exactly.
they shouldn't take my refund.
Yeah, they can't touch yours. But like if he's working, yeah, they'll grab his.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, hers is the student loan. Yeah, they tried to garnish my wages for that, and now I'm on like a
yeah.
It's stupid. It's so stupid. For what they say that I owe, they say I have to pay $5 every week for I think it's
150
10 months or a year. But you have to pay every week. No, once a month. I think it's once a month. It comes out of my checking account automatically. It's once a month, but it's just to like get you out of the to where you can get deferred payments again. It's crazy. Yeah, you can get the whole amount.
Well, yeah.
without injured spouse.
What happens is because he works and you work, they will figure out what portion should be his and what portion should be yours.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it sucks. I know.
They took the whole thing, and that's even his portion? Because that's, well, if he didn't file, you can do an amendment. You can do an amendment and then file the injured spouse as an amendment. I can't tell you how many people, when I worked at the attorney's office, that we had this one lady come in, and she was like, oh my God, the IRS is after me. She was a reseller. And she just never filed taxes for 5 years.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, what a mess. I literally had 2, those folding tables, like banquet tables. I had 2 of those back to back and just covered with all her paperwork. And I had to organize them by month and year. And oh my God, it was horrible.
It won't take that long, Anissa.
It'll take about 19 weeks.
Mine didn't take that long.
Did you file an amendment?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. See,
well, I say yes, I did, but I didn't. It was Brandon.
Oh, okay. But yeah, if you file an amendment, and there's a refund due, it can take up to 19 weeks.
I think it took maybe 8.
Well, that's 2 months, but yeah, it can take, and they'll tell you it can take up to 19 weeks. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
You
just
know, 1 year.
I would just do that, Anissa, and you could do it by yourself. It's not very hard, right, Bridget?
No, if you use TurboTax, they'll walk you right through it.
Yeah.
On TurboTax.
So we're just filing a standalone injured spouse form. She already did her return.
You can do an amendment on your return
Mm-hmm.
to where that injured spouse will, take everything to an account. Talk to the accountant or your CPA and just ask them, I would like to do an amendment with the injured spouse. So it wouldn't hurt. You might get something back, so. It sucks. It really does.
Yeah, especially when you're expecting it, They're like, oh, you're going to get this amount and it should take this long. And then you find out that you're not getting it. It's like, fuck. I had so many ideas. I had ideas for that money.
Yeah. We don't really even think about it anymore. If we get it, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, surprise, it actually came through.
She said, you know what he told us? He said there's a chance that we won't get any of it.
Why? I don't know. See, I don't know your situation. I don't know your situation or any of that, so I can't.
And this is a law thing too, I think, where it's, changed up with this new thing. So
sorry.
I just said, sad thing is it's all going to medical bills, whatever we get. If she gets it. Well, that sucks. I mean, it just, it's a downer.
I'm back.
Well, we missed you.
Welcome back.
They used to keep taking our taxes. They used to take our taxes for Gary's student loan. And we finally just whatever. And like 2 tax seasons or something. We ended up taking them, or 3 tax seasons. Anyways, now it's all gone. It's all paid up. We don't have to worry about it.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what a relief it was. This was probably 12 years ago. So every time we went to go get any kind of loan or anything, I mean, that was sitting over our head, And now it's not.
Wow. Summer said, Karen, it's crazy. There's 6 houses that sold in 3 months in my neighborhood. Wow. They're all moving out of state. No one wants to live here anymore.
It sounds like New York.
Where is that?
California.
Oh.
That one works too.
Yeah, that's crazy, Mary.
My daughter went to 2 different gas stations to find me clam chowder.
Oh, how nice of her.
Yeah, that was nice of her. That was Amanda.
She's a sweetheart. Don't expect it from Brandy, though. No teasing. Tease it.
Yeah. Brandy do it too. She'd probably bitch about it, but she'd do it. No, my girls are good to me. I'm pretty lucky. But it goes both ways. I'm good to them, so. Hey, Amanda,
yeah.
Come here. Come here. I need you to open a 12-pack for me.
Yeah.
What? What'd you say, Nana? Buddy. Oh, you're making sure Tom wasn't here to talk to you?
Oh my God.
How about your upcoming nuptials?
No, not upcoming. Not upcoming.
Maybe he's buying a car.
Probably. He's at that damn car dealership every
Let me
freaking
put it down on the floor now. My hand is really freaking sore. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Wow.
I don't want to go over there.
You're like shit me right.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
like torture.
It's hot over there.
Yeah, Mary, I'm afraid that if I move somewhere that it'll be just as bad as here. Or worse.
Yeah.
Right there is fine. Thank you.
I don't think anywhere you move anymore is
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna base mine on the weather. Yeah, I know. My car insurance is stupid here too.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to be, close to Brandon's family and stuff, but we hardly ever see him. That's the thing. I mean, Brandon sees his mom a lot because he goes over there to babysit, but other than that, we don't really see much of each other.
Time for a change of scenery.
Mm-hmm.
So Kathy said that we should probably tell everybody that it's on Marcel's channel, MFR Productions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be on at, what did she say?
We don't talk to Kathy unless she's on here.
Oh, it's on
Yeah,
at
Kathy,
7.
where are you?
It's on. She was at the doctor. She is. The show is on tonight at 7 p.m. Central Time. Or no, are they Central or are they Eastern?
They're Eastern.
So
Are
it'll
they
be 7.
Eastern? No, Mississippi's in the middle.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think she's Central Time.
Okay.
Well, look at it. Look for it at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If it's not there, it'll be on at 7 p.m. Central Time.
I think you're right. I think it's Central.
Oh, I sold something.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you, Valerie.
But please come and support Marcel's new channel.
What are you talking about, Mike?
Don't listen to him either. Did I miss
a crazy
Juju?
motherfucker?
No?
Yes.
We didn't do Juju, I don't think.
You weren't here?
It's all right. Whatever.
I'm just kidding. No, she didn't give it out yet.
She's
Liars.
she's restoring her Juju.
I was just
She
kidding.
needs all she can get for her computer. You should keep it for yourself.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, it's running and everything right now, but I don't know what happened this morning.
Weird.
Did you try to clean out where the vents are at?
Yeah, I already did all that.
You have the spray cleaner?
Mm-hmm.
The duster?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got shipping to do. I can't keep going.
Well, keep that information around, Mary. I might have to look at it too.
What information?
She says she's looking at everything: weather, economy, politics, bugs and snakes, insurance costs, taxes, religion, sourcing spots, just everything. If you get all that information together, there's no reason why you should just throw it away after you're done. There's other people that probably want to look at that.
Hand it over.
Why? Where does she want to move?
She's narrowed it down to 7 states.
I have 1, 2, 3 states. I have narrowed down mine too. So, if it's one of my 3 states?
She said she'll pass it on. Karen says, "If Mary, I think that means we have to move to Canada."
Yeah, really. Canada
join the ROTC program. Run off to Canada.
Oh, okay. Okay, Mike.
Mike's heavily medicated, probably. So.
Okay.
Who knows?
I'm not medicated enough to understand your conversation. Said no, Canada. They're worse than California and New York.
Are they?
Plus, you got winter there.
Canada. She lives over in BC, but I don't know.
There you go.
She's dead now, so I can't ask her.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
I'm gonna stay right where I'm at.
Well, you just
good idea.
I like it here.
You're also a wacko. No, you like the cold. You like the cold.
Yeah. I told my husband that eventually I might get to the point where I might want to go south for a few months to the coldest parts of the year, but I don't know. Every place has its problems.
Oh yeah. Yep, no place is perfect.
Grass is not always greener on the other side.
No, but at least it'll be a little bit warmer.
That could be. Like right now, everybody's grass is probably greener than mine.
Well, yeah, probably, because I don't have any snow on my ground right now.
Yeah.
My grass is brown.
The grass that you can see is brown. So you guys gonna do a whole lot of listing today?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
Yep.
I have my embarrassment pile over there.
I have to list like crazy today because I have the auction tomorrow.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Saturday and Sunday we have a garage sale here.
Oh, fun.
Hopefully the weather.
You're having a garage sale?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, this time my brother was nice enough to tell me a couple days before instead of an hour before.
Yeah. Karen says, I want to move somewhere where there's no 5G. We're all going to get radiated to death. We don't need 5G. So they're putting up 5G towers everywhere in our town now, and people are up in arms.
That's sad about that guy.
Okay.
in front of Karen's daughter's house. You know, there's so many mentally ill people these days out there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nowhere for them to go. It's just, I know he's crazy and he's causing your daughter some ruckus, but why don't somebody help that guy, you know?
Yeah.
Again, it goes back to the welfare discussion we had, you know?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They'll help out my crack whore nephew's ex-girlfriend, but they won't help that poor mentally ill guy. I remember about, I don't know, probably about 8 years ago or so, or yeah, somewhere around that. This company that takes care of people with head injuries, brain injuries, that my daughter works for, they were buying up a couple houses, you know, in neighborhoods, and people were having a fit. They were like, we don't want that in our neighborhood. It's going to bring our property values down, you know? And it's like, where in the hell do you want them to go? At least they're going into a place where people are taking care of them and they're not running amok, you know? Causing trouble.
I just checked my Facebook, and my boss, she sent me a thing on there that says, "Good job, Sally."
Mm-hmm.
And one of my coworkers says, "What did you do?" Yeah, we have people that come, you know, I've dealt with a couple of different situations like that. There was this guy that was living in his van, and he got lost in a snowstorm and drove 30 minutes too far from where he was staying, where he was parking his van, and totally got mixed up. He went to leave, and, you know, it's still coming down like crazy and everything, and he ended up right back at the store, probably 10 or 15 minutes later. He just, everything he did, he just kept going back to the store. And so I had to call an ambulance, because after talking to him and stuff, he was so confused. He would have stayed at the store, because there was, in his mind, there's nowhere else he could go. He didn't have any family or anything. The only people that we could contact was his church, and he rarely went there.
You didn't take him into your house, Sally? I'm surprised.
I know.
Don't say I know. You're supposed to say hell no. Sally would take anybody in, I think.
Well, I gotta go. I gotta go take a shower and go get Gary lunch and all that other good stuff, and try to have some time for listening too.
Okay.
So, I will see y'all guys tonight on Marcel's channel,
Yeah.
MFR Productions. It's
Right.
either, I think it's MFR Productions. Anyways, so check at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Central.
It's not
right?
on 7 p.m. Central, but I'm pretty sure they're Central time.
Yeah, that's central.
All right, goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks, Sally, for having it. Valerie,
You're
I hope the
welcome.
computer gets fixed. Love you guys. Hugs all
I
around.
do too.
Bye.
Too.
Bye-bye. Man.
You okay there, Sally?
Yeah, I got a itchy in my throat. I probably just need a cigarette or something.
No, you just need to drink water.
I'm just kidding, Bridget. I need to get off Facebook.
How many
I'm
things?
like, oh yeah, I was supposed to be doing something. I forgot I'm working right now. All right, well, shall we say goodbye for now? Because everybody's leaving.
Everybody's leaving us?
Yeah, Karen's going to the post office.
Screw the post office.
I guess we'll shut her down.
All right.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Yep.
Yep.
Have lots of
bye,
good
everybody.
sales. Tell us, Valerie.
Where's the juju?
I'm touching it.
She didn't even give us a
Warning, my God.
wording about it.
It was spontaneous juju.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
See you later.